Hello, my name is Joshua Pujol, student ID number 2161892236. This is SIT206 iOS programming. For assignment 1, we were tasked to create an interactive tic-tac-toe game for a mobile device. Instead of creating multiple view controllers, I decided to put it all within one interactive view. I'll go over some of the features that I have outlined within my project. So at the top left, we have the score counter, pretty self-explanatory. We have a switch statement for choosing between two-player and single-player CPU. Down at the bottom, we have a reset function, another switch to choose between what symbol you want to play as. And then at the very bottom, we have our music functionality, pause, play, and stop. And we'll jump right into a game. So for two-player, pretty self-explanatory. Player 1 is whatever symbol you have selected. You can tap, places an X, your friend taps, you tap, your friend taps, you tap. When a winner is decided, an alert will pop up telling you who won, and the score at the top left will go up in the respected counter. So if you want to play as the O's, just switch the symbol, and now you're playing as the O's. Yep, O is winner, reset the board, and that's pretty much the functionality of the two-player. For the single-player CPU function, works in a similar way, except for the fact that there's only one player. So whenever you tap somewhere on the map, the computer will make a choice based on a random number generator. And then just as you go across the board, make a winning combination, it'll decide the winner. We have the music functionality down at the bottom, so you can play, pause the music, and stop it altogether if you don't want. So that is pretty much the functionality of the app itself. Let's take a look into the code. So up at the top, I've created all of my variables and constants within the code. I'll go through these somewhat fast. Right here is our first function based on a tap. So whenever a player taps, if the current player is set to 1, which is player 1, it will place an X and then change the current player to 2. So it will alternate. This is the functionality for the multiplayer session. And I put this within the switch. So if multiplayer is true, then this block of code will run. As we go down, this is the block of code that checks to see if the combination of the array is a winning combination and respectively will show who won. And I have the winning combination arrays right here as a constant. So let's go down a bit more. I have the X's and O's are just JPEG images that are placed in. And this is the functionality for deciding the winner. When a winner is decided, an alert will pop up saying someone is the winner. The score for X will go up, and the text label will change respected to the code, or respected to the score that X has or O has. So we go down, does the same thing for O, and then here is where we have the functionality for the CPU. So essentially, it does a similar thing. It checks to see if current player is 1. So if current player is 1, then it will be the X. If it's switched to O, it will be the O's. And it creates a loop to check if the square is blank. If the square is blank, it will put a random number within the array and place an opposite symbol based on what you have chosen in a random spot. So that creates the functionality of the AI. and it goes through, checks if there's a winner, and pretty much in essence the same similar thing as multiplayer, just it will decide for you the other symbol. So as we go down, we have certain functions such as these are all the functions for the music. So we have the play button, pause button, stop button. We got the labels for the scores, which change up at the top. And then we have reset game, which sets the current game's array all the way back to normal and sets the active game to true. This loop will reset the images. This is the function I created to switch between X and O. So it's just a very simple function, just sets current player to 1 if it's on the X, sets current player to 2 if it's on the O. Very simple statement on there. Same thing happens with the multiplayer choice on the switch, except it's a Boolean function, and it sets it either to true or false, which then decides up top what game mode and what block of code to run. And then, yep, that's about it. Just more to do with the song and just the functionality of the code. I hope you guys enjoyed my project, and I will see you next time.